Alicia, I'm very outspokenly conservative. Everybody who's watched this show knows that to be a fact. I'm very, very conservative, limited government, personal responsibility, fiscal responsibility. I don't think that this topic today, this story that we're talking about, I don't think this is only important to people who share my political beliefs. I don't think this is important just to conservatives. It's not a partisan issue. I don't believe that the Democratic electorate, the people who have traditionally voted Democrat, can look at this woman and hear what she had to say about Americans joining the Taliban and think, that's something we want to get on board with.
Yeah, and she has a history of doing this. Let's not forget that we've talked about this before. She has a history of being a sympathizer with the blind sheikh and his attorney. And in addition to that, her campaign said, oh, well, this statement was just, she was trying to get the talk radio host to move on to talk about how she doesn't support the war in Afghanistan and Iraq. There's a lot of liberal talking points I could think of that would pivot a conversation against why you might have been what they would call Bush's war in the Middle East for oil or other idiotic talking points that don't say that you, quote unquote, do not care if an American citizen goes and fights with the Taliban, who is an enemy of the United States of America. It's unbelievable.
It is. I mean, I can think just off the top of my head, you could say, wow, that's crazy. That's treasonous. They hate America. I'm not going to push you on that beyond saying that's insane. Let's move on to a different topic. It's not that hard. Even if she wanted to pivot away, it's not that hard to condemn something as horrible.
I mean, Ron Paul does it all the time, right? He's
Exactly.
like, those people are bad, they're awful, but they're not on our soil, so let's just leave them be. That would have been an okay comment as well. Now, personally, I don't agree with it, but there are many things that she could have said other than I do not care. And then she pivots to being the victim. And if people just want to see perfect examples of media bias, if you Google this debate and what happened, every single article from the mainstream media that pops up says that McSally is the person that went negative, or the Senate campaign in Arizona is getting dirty. And they make it sound as if bringing up the facts and playing the audio and referencing something that the Democratic candidate said in this case is throwing mud and is mudslinging. These people obviously do not understand politics, and it's really unfortunate that the mainstream media, she definitely has them in her pocket in this situation.
Right.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.